And you're tuned in here to the U Olivet Athletics live stream, which you can find at your convenience at olivetcomets.com. And we have another exciting college basketball game here for you tonight, as the Olivet Comets will be taking on the Adrian Bulldogs in their first MIAA game of the season. Olivet so far this season only 1-4. So far this season, Olivet either second to last or last in the MIAA in pretty much all of the shooting categories. So it's been kind of a rough season so far offensively for the Comets, despite the fact that they are fourth in opponent field goal percentage, meaning that they've held their teams to fewer field goal percentage compared to others. They've been holding their opponents back better than they have going forward themselves, really. They're also third in opponent field goal percentage, holding their opponents to only 27% from three, but really they're only shooting 25% themselves. They lead the MIAA in defensive rebounds per game, but has not seemed to matter very much because they do allow the most rebounds per game, with 46 rebounds per game allowed by their opponents on average. They also have the worst turnover margin in the MIAA, as they turn the ball over 20 times a game. And man, talk about a lot of turnovers, and that certainly was the case in their last game, which was a blowout loss, 81-59. Against Denison in Ohio. It was close in the first half of the first quarter, but then the intense defensive press and offensive rhythm from the Big Red completely took over, as even if they were up by at least 30 points, Denison would still be pressing Olivet repeatedly, and Olivet even shot better than Denison on much fewer attempts. But both teams combined for a grand total of 50 turnovers. Olivet having 34 of those 50 turnovers. Denison capitalizing also with 47 second chance points. In order to fare much better tonight, Olivet has to make smart decisions offensively. That means, if you're going to get pressed by this Adrian team, now with a game that you had to face that the entire time, the entire 40 minutes, maybe coming into that a little more prepared this week, but also just making smart passes and making smart decisions just offensively in general. They need to shoot better and also still do well on the glass, because even if they limit turnovers and fouls and shoot well, they could still lose this game, and it could still make the difference if Olivet does not win on the glass. So they need to make sure to do that as well. Some players to watch out for Olivet. They're pretty much the same as last game. First, the senior Kinsley Hatfield, the only senior on this Olivet team, averaging 13 points and 6 rebounds this season, had 15 points and 5 rebounds last game. She'll be someone down low to really look out for, as she has been throughout this entire season. Kaylee Bush, the junior, number 55, been a really powerful scoring option for the Comets this season, putting up 12 points and 6 rebounds a game. Last game had 9 points and 4 rebounds. Really another leading scoring option that's really been helpful for the Comets. Christina Malakinich, another person down low that could really be of service for the Comets. This season averaging 8 points, 8 rebounds. Last game, only 4 points, but at the same time, the problem that Christina Malakinich has faced for most of the season is the fact that she gets in foul trouble very early, and because of the fact that she does, that incentivizes, that just leaves Olivet another big down. They have to kind of dig deep into their rotation, give more minutes to freshman Alex Mitchell, rely on Kinsley Hatfield more, even go small with only one big in the lineup, which sometimes really hasn't always worked out well for Olivet, just offensively and defensively. So, an impactful player for sure, but she's at her best when she can play as many minutes as she can. And when she's not limited by foul trouble, when Coach Sabiti doesn't have to sit her down for a majority of that second quarter, and if she doesn't foul out at the end of that fourth quarter, she can make the most difference that she can. Another person that I would also watch out for, one of the freshmen that's really been making a difference as of late, and one that has really proven to be a very consistent creator on the offensive side of things, is Madeline Burtis, number 11 for Olivet. This season averaging 8 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. Last game almost had a double-double with 9 points, 11 rebounds, and an assist, and also a steal as well. Really, the main aspect of her offensive game is the fact that she has that same move that she puts to practice, and that same move that she consistently makes defenses pay for. It's that little mid-range turnaround fadeaway that a couple games ago, when they were facing Kenyon College of Ohio, it was a close loss, but at the same time, it was made much closer than it could have been because of the offensive production of Madeline Burtis. Last game, it wasn't as noticeable. There were a couple times where she kind of hit that big bang fadeaway, but it just wasn't as prevalent last game. So if Olivet really wants to turn on the Jets and kind of get, I would probably say, a revenge win after a couple of brutal losses as of late, everyone's going to need to show up, and Madeline Burtis is going to need to knock down some of those mid-range turnaround jumpers to really make the Bulldogs' defense pay. I also have Ava Lord as well. Even though she's been struggling as of late, she started the season off really strong, was a very consistent scoring option off the bench. But the last couple of games, she's really struggled. Last game had 3 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, but she also committed 10 turnovers, which is an issue. This season only averaging 9 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. One of the best all-around players at her best. When she plays at her best, she's definitely an asset and also somebody to look out for the future of this Olivet women's basketball team. Because, a freshman, starter, we've seen this a lot with the football team. A lot of people who don't have a ton of experience, but they're getting that experience in real time. We are watching these players grow in real time right in front of our eyes. And later in the season, we could see more consistent play from people like Ava Lord, people like Madeline Burtis, who are young and don't have that experience just yet. But only time will tell. And right now, it's kind of in that tough period where, started the season off strong, but at the same time, after that, we're kind of hitting a bit of a lull now. And athletes have that all the time, so it's nothing out of the ordinary, but it's still something to note there. That's pretty much most of what I have for the Comets. Again, the big things that they need to reduce, obviously turnovers is number one. Again, 34 turnovers is unacceptable. It's unacceptable, and it's bewildering almost that a team can commit that many turnovers in a game. They also need to make sure that offensively they're still making, again, smart decisions. They're keeping a hold of the ball. They're, getting open shots or low contested shots. They also, I would say, limit their fouls, and especially down low when there's a lot more physicality, making sure that Christina Malakinich and Kinsley Hatfield both, if we really want to focus on just the post in general, making sure that they are just careful of how they play defensively, because if there's no foul trouble, they just get to play more, and if they get to play more, it's going to be a big difference for this Olivet team. So, a couple things Olivet needs to work on. It isn't a lot. Olivet's team has their strengths and has their weaknesses. For instance, a thing that they have been doing a lot better at recently is the glass. They've really cleaned up their act on the offensive glass. When they won against North Park a couple weeks ago, even when they kept it close with Kenyon, they really managed to almost win the battle on the glass. Not necessarily, in a dominant fashion, but in a way that can still influence the game. And they need to continue to do that if they want to get another win on the board here. So those are my main takeaways for the Comets. Now let's talk about their visitors, the Adrian Bulldogs. So far 3-3 this season. Again, this is the first conference game for either team. So also what some D1 conferences are doing now. At Michigan State, for example, because I'm a Spartan fan, go green. They recently just played their first conference game against Iowa. So more and more schools are starting to adopt a model where they are playing more. They're playing more conference games early on in the season, maybe to just create more of a separation in the schedule. That's exactly what Olivet's doing and Adrian are doing here. The Bulldogs are really in the middle of the pack in most categories within the MIAA. Again, I kind of talked a lot about how Olivet is typically in, second to last or last place in a lot of these categories. Adrian kind of hovers around that 4th to 6th spot in the conference for a lot of these stats. So they're a team that's very middle of the road, and even their 3-3 record still kind of says that. They are second, actually, however, in the MIAA in allowed rebounds, which could be troublesome for the Comets. If they are known, if Adrian is an opponent that is known to limit people on the glass, and Olivet doesn't rise above that and try to act against it, this could be a very, very rough night for the Comets. speaking of rough nights, and we've been speaking of rough nights for a little bit here during this pregame show. But Adrian also had a bit of a rough night during their last game. It was a 69-62 loss to Wittenberg. It was a slow game offensively with not a ton of action, but both teams really kept up the pressure on defense regardless. However, despite Adrian being consistent and fighting back and kind of, again, keeping it close, Wittenberg used the clock to their advantage and secured the victory that way. Adrian shot 38%, but allowed Wittenberg to still shoot 40, even from 3, which is pretty troublesome. Despite the fact, though, that they committed 19 turnovers in that game, they did limit Wittenberg to 23 rebounds. Only 23 rebounds. That is exceptional. Only barely over 20 rebounds in a game, that is exceptional. And if Adrian can put that same pressure on the glass that they did against Wittenberg, this is going to be a very different result for the Bulldogs. But they still need to make sure to keep up that offensive firepower and maybe be more consistent in that way. Because Olivet can still catch fire and can still make a difference in that way. But we'll have to see how that unfolds. Some people to watch out for the Bulldogs. The thing I will say, actually, is that Olivet is not a very deep team. They basically play around 10 people regularly in a game. Adrian is a deeper team, but only in terms of how many people they actually have on their roster. Olivet has 10 people in the rotation because they basically only have 10 players they can actually play. A lot of the other ones are injured or just aren't playing this season. Adrian has a lot more, but they don't necessarily choose to play them. A good example was from their last game against Wittenberg when they only had 7 players who played more than 5 minutes. That's kind of saying something. There's a lot of teams that don't utilize their bench very much. They kind of just stick to their starters. And if they utilize their bench, it's only maybe a couple of people at the top of that bench. Adrian is one of those teams. That's why in my prep, for example, I don't really have a ton of people to talk about. But in terms of players to watch, pretty much the same amount that Olivet has, though. Their starters are strong. Guard Hannah Lish, a sophomore, is averaging 12 points and 3 rebounds on the season. Had 10 points last game. Somebody to watch there. Aubrey Ikes, a senior, 14 points and 7 rebounds on the season. Last game led the Bulldogs with 20 points, 7 rebounds, but also fouled out of the ball game. So some person who is a senior leader, and there are a lot of seniors on this Adrian team. If I were to do a rough count here, there are 5-6 seniors on this Adrian team, and a solid 3 or 4 of them are in this rotation. So next year they have a couple of leaders that are sophomores and juniors, but they're still going to be losing a lot of people, and they need to make up for that next year and start kind of thinking about that game plan. But of course, that's still in the distant future. Aubrey Ikes, again, I will remind, 20 points, 7 rebounds last game, but did foul out, so it may be up to her as well to, again, kind of like Milakinic be, for Olivet at least, like Milakinic, be a lot more careful defensively and making sure that you're playing not just physical, but you're playing smart and reducing those fouls. Another person for the Bulldogs, Ava Schultz, the junior, another forward. This is a team that, unlike any other team, at least that we've covered, have a lot more forwards that are kind of in these players to watch kind of thing. Typically, there really is only maybe one forward for each team. A lot of these lineups are pretty small. Adrian's is a little bigger. They don't have anybody over 6 foot, but at the same time, their overall lineup is a little bigger. Lish, for example, 5'7". Ikes is 5'11", Ava Schultz 5'10", so you still have some height, but maybe this is a game where Milakinic and Hatfield, who both being 6'1", could really take some more advantage of maybe a possible height difference there. Ava Schultz this season averaging 6 points, 6 rebounds. Last game had 8 rebounds, only 2 points, making a difference where she could, though. And then Morgan Babb, another senior on this Bulldogs roster, number 10 for the Bulldogs. This season is the leading scorer for Adrian, averaging 14 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists. Last game had a double-double, 13 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists. I think she's going to be that main player to watch out for. And the reason I added her last is because, and this is actually even more impressive, is that for the people I list, I have them listed by minutes played on average. The fact that Morgan Babb is 4th and still putting up those stats is very impressive. So imagine what she could do if she had a little more playing time. that's just kind of the point there. And they have some other players as well, but definitely not as young as this Olivet team. So maybe that experience is going to play there as well. But again, to sum up for Adrian, again, the thing I would say in terms of takeaways and things they need to work on, they need to keep up the pace offensively. They need to stay consistent and make sure that they are scoring on as many opportunities as they can. And then they just need to keep limiting the rebounds. That's all I can really say for this Adrian team. They don't foul a whole bunch, from at least from what I saw. I mean, obviously, that's just also just, typical for, making sure a team limits fouls and all that stuff. But, rebounding is fine. And there's a lot of things that they do well. I want to see how that works in this exciting Wednesday. I keep getting the dates mixed up in my head, and my apologies. We will see all about all of this in this exciting Wednesday night matchup between the Olivet Comets and the Adrian Bulldogs, the opener to MIAA women's basketball play. I'm Jack Webb. I'll be your host and commentator for this evening's action. I will be back with the action here, at least the first half of action, in about 13 minutes' time. So please stay tuned. You're tuned in to the University of Olivet Athletics live stream, which you can find at your convenience at olivet.comets.com. It's Olivet versus Adrian, women's basketball. Stay tuned. And we are back here on the University of Olivet Athletics live stream, which you can find at your convenience at olivetcomets.com. I'm Jack Webb. I'll be your host and commentator for this evening's action, as the Olivet Comets here in women's basketball will be taking on the Adrian Bulldogs, the first of MIAA play. And we now have the starting lineups for both teams. For Olivet, a change. Reese Gooseman will be in the starting lineup, and not Ava Ward after some sluggish performances by the freshman guard. The fellow freshman guard will now be taking over the starting position here. So it's going to be Madeline Burtis, Reese Gooseman, Christina Malakinich, Kinsley Hatfield, and Kaylee Bush. For Adrian, Ava Schultz, Hannah Lish, Morgan Babb, Aubrey Ikes, and Ashlyn Moorhead. So an exciting game on our hands here. It's actually Aubrey Ikes. My apologies there, but yes. The lineups here, again, kind of a size difference here, as we have both the 6'1" Christina Malakinich and 6'1" Kinsley Hatfield in the lineup. Again, making that front court a lot taller. The tallest that Adrian has, Audrey Ikes, only 5'11", but at the same time, they are overall seeming to be more sizable though. So it's going to certainly be an interesting matchup. Again, if you did not tune into the pregame, or if you're just tuning in now, the points for each of these teams, Olivet obviously needs to limit the turnovers. They need to kind of keep that offensive firepower up, but they also need to make smarter decisions in general. They also need to stay out of foul trouble. Adrian, the main point they just need to make is they need to keep on the glass, limit Olivet, who is getting better and better every game at getting on the board and being active. But also, they need to make sure that offensively they're consistent, shooting-wise at least, and that they don't let Olivet get hot, because one of the reasons they lost their game against Wittenberg, Adrian, is because they kind of let Wittenberg get a little hot at the end. And even though they kept it close, it just wasn't enough, and they weren't able to claw back. So it's going to be an interesting game here, as Olivet starters on the court, and now Adrian's coming out to match them. First conference game all year for either team. Later on we'll have updates as to the next games for each of these teams. But a tip-off up, and after some initial fight, it's in the hands of Reese Gooseman and the Olivet Comets. She's at point in place of Ava Lord, who's going to start this game on the bench. Hatfield now to Gooseman. Gooseman to Malakinich. Malakinich will pass cross-court. Burtis open three. Off the rim, no good. And a rebound in the hands of Morgan Babb, and here come the Bulldogs of Adrian. Now they led up court by Ashlyn Moorhead. Will be guarded against Gooseman. Moorhead after the pick. Now to Ikes. Ikes guarded by Malakinich. Ikes will try to drive in. Spin move. Shot is up, and it's no good. Rebound by Kinsley Hatfield. She'll take the ball up for Olivet. She'll try to hand it off to Gooseman, but there's some miscommunication. Almost a steal from Adrian, but the tipped ball going out of bounds, last touched by a black and yellow jersey. So will be Olivet ball. 22 on the shot clock here. Still scoreless here at the Cutler Athletic Complex. Malakinich now to Hatfield. Hatfield guarded by Morgan Babb. Hatfield trying to go to her left. Now to Burtis. Burtis down low to Kaylee Bush. Powerful score in the post. Bush shots up. No good. No foul called. And now the rebound to Adrian. Here come the Bulldogs. Moorhead will call motion here. She'll give it to Babb, now to Lish. Lish now to Schultz. Schultz now to Moorhead. Down low, and there's a steal by Morgan Burtis. No foul called. Some contact there, excuse me. Now Malakinich with 8:37 left to go. Olivet's still looking for their first scores. She passes to her cutting Reese Gooseman, no good. Burtis with the offensive rebound, puts it back up off the glass, no good. Rebound by Ava Schultz. Coach to be liking what he's seeing so far from this Comets team. Moorhead, Schultz, now to Hannah Lish. Lish guarded by Burtis, now to Babb. Babb, three from Moorhead on the way, no good. Off the glass and off the rim. Rebound by Madeline Burtis. Now to Gooseman. The Comets pushing the tempo now. Gooseman to Malakinich. Malakinich will try a three. Off the rim, got the bounce it in. Christina Malakinich, the first points for the Comets. They lead 3-0 with 8 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Malakinich showing that she can score 3 levels if need be. And showing right there, but on the other end here, Hannah Lish had an open three, passed it up, goes in for the layup, no good. Gooseman pushing the tempo here. We saw how good she broke the press against Dennison. Cuts to Kaylee Bush for a three, and it goes a little far. And it'll be Adrian ball. Bit of a heat check there for the Comets. They still lead 3-0 as they will be inbounding the ball. Substitution already for Adrian as Darby Leinerth coming in, the senior from Potterville, will also be facing against Kaylee Bush, a fellow Potterville grad. So an interesting matchup there, close to home for both players. Moorhead now navigating against dribblers. Now to Leinerth, 16 on the shot clock. Leinerth, bad pass, stolen by Burtis, and here come the Comets. 7:16 left to go. Burtis guarded by Lish. Pass it off to Gooseman. Gooseman against Moorhead. Now to Malakinich on the perimeter. Down low to Bush. Has an open layup and she gets it to fall. Kaylee Bush with some precision in the post. We've seen that in every single game, and she's off to a faster start than in past games. Olivet now up 5. Lish. Now to Leinerth. Leinerth now to Ikes. Now back to Moorhead. Moorhead will try to drive in against Gooseman, and they're going to get it for the travel. As Olivet with an incredible start so far, as some more substitutions coming in. Madeline Burtis coming out, and Alexis Woodbeck, who has yet to score a point so far this semester, so far this season, but has been a heck of a defender when Olivet's needed it most. And also coming in for Adrian, Anna Ignatoski also. Hatfield now with the ball to Malakinich. Malakinich tries to pass down low. The ball is tipped and stolen. Here come the Bulldogs on the fast break. Quick pass to Ix. Mid-range shot is good, and the Bulldogs are on the board. 5-2 now the score. 6:21 left to go in this first quarter. Gooseman almost loses it out of bounds as she steps out, and it will be another Comet turnover. And we've been talking about the fact that Olivet has needed to limit the turnovers. That is only their second of the game, but they don't want to get into a bad rhythm, and they actually will be. Olivet with a late substitution, Reese Gooseman coming out, and the Olivet native Drew Allen now coming in a little earlier than usual, but Gooseman getting a breather here. 6:15 left to go. Lish to Ix, still on the perimeter, now to Leinerth. Leinerth, tight defense by Bush. Ix thought about the mid-range shot, in trouble, puts it up anyway, no good. Allen with the rebound, and here come the Comets. Long pass to an open Kinsley Hatfield, but she loses control, and it's going to go the other way. Turnover number 3 for the Comets. Again, that's not the kind of thing you want, but a very good opportunity there. Olivet still leading 5-2. Leinerth with the ball, now to Schultz. Schultz still on the perimeter, now to Ignatoski. Ignatoski getting past Hatfield, driving in, kicks it out. 3 on the way from Lish, no good. Fight for the rebound, it's in the hands of Ix. And Adrian will get it back, but on the drive, Hannah Lish will lose control and go out of bounds, and it's going to be an Adrian turnover. 4th one for the Bulldogs so far. 5:32 left to go. Score is still 5-2, and now a familiar sight for Olivet. The press is here, as Adrian now putting some additional pressure here. Allen after crossing half court, now to Burtis. Burtis back in the ball game now. 15 on the shot clock. Adrian in man defense. Woodbeck on the perimeter, guarded by Ignatoski. 9 on the shot clock now. Trying to dump it down low to Burtis, and it's another steal for the Bulldogs. Lish now to Ignatoski, guarded intensely by Woodbeck. Ignatoski gets past it, foul up, and 1. Anna Ignatoski, the freshman from Grand Rapids. Woodbeck will get called for the foul. Intense play from the reserve for the Bulldogs. As we have some more substitutions here. Kinsley Hatfield, the senior forward, coming in, and it's going to be, before we get to that free throw, going to be a timeout here. It's immediate timeout as we're halfway through this first quarter. The score, Olivet 5, Adrian 4. And Anna Ignatoski will have a chance to tie it at the line here after this timeout. Let's look at some stats really quick. Olivet and Adrian both shooting 2 of 7 from the field. They're both 29%. The difference here, Olivet's one of those attempts from the three-point line, as that was Christina Malakinich stepping back and showing that she can score on 3 levels on occasion. Both teams with 4 turnovers, so there's some sloppy play either way. Both teams going to be looking to clean that up as the game progresses. Also on the rebounding match, it's also tied, both with 5 rebounds and with 1 offensive rebound each, so they're pretty equal there. And again, as I mentioned, when we get back into action here after this media timeout, Anna Ignatoski will be shooting 1 at the line after that really tough and physical drive there. So far, Christina Malaknich 3 points and Kaylee Bush with 2. Aubrey Ix and Anna Ignatoski are the only 2 Bulldogs that have scored so far. As the Comets coming back out here will be Allen, Woodbeck, Burtis, Bush, and Malaknich. And no substitutions for the Bulldogs coming out. And now the freshman Anna Ignatoski from West Catholic High School in Grand Rapids. Shot, swish, nothing but net. It's a tied game here at the Cutler Athletic Complex. No press for the Bulldogs this time on this drive as Bird is cutting to an open Bush. Bush to Woodbeck. Directing traffic now to Malaknich. Malaknich down to Bush. Bush against Bush on the block. Shots up, no good. Good defense there by Leinarth. Again, Potterville versus Potterville there. And now on the other end, Ix shots up and 1 again. The second straight and 1 for the Bulldogs, and they find themselves in the lead here. And Drew Allen will get the foul there. That will be her first. And now Aubrey Ix, now at the line here, the senior from Livonia, Michigan, one of the 6 seniors on this Adrian team. Shot is up, off the back iron, no good. Malaknich with the rebound. 7-5 to score. The Bulldogs with their first lead of the game. Burtis to Malaknich on the perimeter. Malaknich now to Burtis. Malaknich 17 seconds. Now to Allen to reset things. And they will get Adrian for the hold there. Some action there in the post, and they're going to get Ava Schultz forward there. That will be her first. And that's the first foul committed by the Bulldogs all game. And there's a substitution there as Ava Schultz will come out. Morgan Babb, a fellow senior, will be coming in. And now Burtis on the inbound with 20 seconds. 4:16 left to go in this first quarter. The ball is tipped, but still ended up in the hands of Malaknich. She'll try another open 3. No good. Burtis with the rebound. Turnaround jumper, no good. And here come the Bulldogs. Good seeing Olivet crash the offensive glass. Even if it doesn't result in direct second chance points yet, it is good to see. Leinarth, 3, Ignatoski, got it! Anna Ignatoski making a presence known early. She leads all scores with 6 early on. 10-5, Adrian doubling up on the Comets. Woodbeck to Malaknich in the post. Malaknich shots up and under! Almost an and 1, but we'll get the foul anyway. She made it past 2 Adrian defenders. Good post presence there by the junior from Hershey, Michigan. She will go to the line for 2. Some more substitutions now. Alexis Woodbeck coming out for the Comets. And for the first time, for the Bulldogs, Lauren Bartkowitz will be coming in as the first shot from Christina Malaknich is good. Reducing that deficit for the Comets. 3:40 left to go in this first quarter. Malaknich's second shot, good. 10-7, Adrian leading. Can they keep this momentum? So far, it's currently the ball handler, Anna Ignatoski, who's really created a lot of that momentum. Ball now, Bartkowitz, now to Lish. Lish will try to drive in, and another and 1. Third straight and 1s for the Bulldogs. Driving to the rim works in college basketball. 3 straight drives, all in and 1s for Adrian. And this is an incredible way for the Bulldogs to get back the momentum after that hot Olivet start. And that free throw from Hannah Lish is good. It's now 13-7 Bulldogs. And let's see what Olivet does with the press now back for Adrian. And they will get Reese Gooseman, who was trying to break that press for the travel there. At least what we saw in the last game against Denison, she was able to break that press by just trying to get back. But this time, no success, and it will end up in the Olivet turnover. 20 seconds on the shot clock, 3:20 left to go in the first quarter. 13-7 still the score. Barkowitz will hand it off to inbound to Morgan Babb. Now to Ignatoski with 17, now guarded by Drew Allen. Now out to Hannah Lish. Lish against Gooseman. Lish to Leinarth. Leinarth to Barkowitz. Now down low to Morgan Babb, and a fight for the ball on the ground. And it will be still with 2 on the shot clock. Ignatowski 3 off the front iron. Offensive rebound. Darcy Leinarth will put it in for Adrian. 15-7 now the score as a up-ahead play for the Comets results in a shot there. Another basket for Christina Milakinic. It's now 15-9, 2:42 left to go. This game's moving by quickly. 3-pointer on the way. Morgan Babb got it! Morgan Babb, the senior, Caledonia. And now Olivet breaks the press. Can they get another go-ahead basket? Morgan Burtis, open layup. Foul called, basket no good. That will be Ignatoski with the foul. And Adrian back doubled up on the Comets, but Madeline Burtis will get a chance to break that as some more substitutions coming in. Kinsley Hatfield back out there for the Comets. And some more substitutions too. Ashlyn Moorhead back out there for Adrian. And the first shot from Madeline Burtis is good. As Olivet, needs to maybe take some advice from Adrian's offensive scheme here, at least early on, as after that missed shot, it was originally an offensive rebound, but Anna Ignatoski whipping the ball clean from Kaylee Bush. Now to Leinarth, now to Barkowitz. Barkowitz down low to Morgan Babb, to Ignatoski, 3 on the way, it's good! Ignatoski again. That's 9 already in the first quarter. 21-10 Adrian. Gooseman, speaking of 21. And now with the foul, another foul there. And as I was just saying, Olivet needs to take a page out of Adrian's playbook and just go down low. And that's what they're doing, and that's resulting in Adrian now racking up some fouls. That's some good physical basketball there as another late sub here for Adrian. Coming in for Darby Leinarth for the first time coming in will be number 21, Jenna Tierman, the senior from Muskegon. Gooseman inbounds the ball to Hatfield. Hatfield, tough shot in the post, no good. Rebound will go to Barkowitz, and here come the Bulldogs. Ignatowski will try another 3. Bit of a heat check, no good. Milakinic with the rebound, and Olivet has numbers. Pass from Milakinic going to Hatfield, almost out of bounds, but they save it. Bush, now Milakinic will try to dump it back down to Hatfield. It's another awful pass, and it will be in the hands of Anna Ignatowski and the Bulldogs. 21-10. Now to Barkowitz. Barkowitz now down low. Morgan Babb, shots up, and it's good. 23-10, Adrian. It's almost like that Olivet fast start didn't happen, and that's another turnover. Almost a turnover. Olivet got the handle of it. Burtis now in the post. Shots up, it's good. Olivet sticking with it as Adrian's defense was not all there on that one. Now it's 23-12 with now less than a minute to go in this first quarter. It's gone by in a flash. Ashlyn Moorhead now to Babb. Babb will try a 3. He got it! Adrian's raining 3s. That's the 4th one of the game. Burtis down low, Hatfield, shots up, no. Jenna Tierman with the rebound. She'll take the ball up for the Bulldogs. Now back to Moorhead. Moorhead to Babb. Thought about the 3. Now to Barkowitz. Barkowitz to Ignatoski. 17 on the shot clock. 20 seconds in the quarter. Moorhead in the post against Hatfield. Kicks it out. With 10 on the shot clock, rapid ball movement from the Bulldogs now. They need an answer. 6 on the shot clock. Step back. Moorhead 3. And they will get, for the offensive foul, Morgan Babb. And it will be Olivet ball with 10 seconds left to go. Can Olivet get one more score before the end of the quarter? Bush will inbound to Reese Gooseman. Getting the score, Adrian 26, Olivet 12. 10 seconds. Gooseman, ball's inbounded. Clock is ticking. Gooseman will try to drive and will get a foul called. Foul will be on Ashlyn Moorhead, the first foul on her. And Risa Gooseman, the freshman from Millington, will be going to the line for 2. It's exactly what Olivet needs to do. Get physical, and it results in trips to the line. Even if it results in missed free throws like that first one, it's still racking up fouls for Adrian. There's nothing like getting your opponent in foul trouble. Gooseman, second shot on the way. That one falls. Adrian 26, Olivet 13. Bush comes out. Woodbeck comes in for the Comets. And in for Adrian is Hannah Lish, as Lauren Barkowitz will inbound the ball. 5 seconds. She'll inbound it to Lish. Lish now to Tierman. Tierman to Lish. Blocked by Hatfield at the buzzer, and that will be the corner. The score, Adrian 26, Olivet 13. Despite the strong start in the first opening minutes by the Bulldogs, Adrian now finds themselves up, doubling up on the Comets. And let's look at some stats here that we have at our disposal. Adrian shooting 56% from the field, 10 of 18, 4 3-pointers in the first quarter alone. That is insane. That's one of the big reasons that they're up up like this so early in the game. Olivet 6 turnovers to Adrian's 5. Adrian 11 rebounds to Olivet's 8, but they are even on offensive rebounds. Adrian, however, is falling prey to the Olivet physicality so far. They do have a couple more fouls. And individually, leading the scoring, Anna Ignatoski, 9 points, 3 for 5, 2 for 4 already in this first quarter. Morgan Babb with 8. She's perfect from the field, 3 for 3, 2 for 2 from 3. Aubrey Hicks with 4, Hannah Lish with 3, Darby Leinert with 2. For Olivet, it's Christina Malakinich, who's needed a big scoring game. Hasn't really had much all season except for that opening game that Olivet had against Bluffton. Malakinich with 7, and she will be sitting down to start the quarter as the freshman Alex Mitchell will be in now. And now the second quarter is underway. Hicks down to Morgan Babb. Babb will kick it to Wood. Will kick it to Moorhead. Moorhead now with the ball. It will be Hannah Lish. 12 on the shot clock. Lish to Schultz. Schultz will go to Babb. Defensive pressure by the Comets still there. Lish will drive in and it'll fall. Good defense for 25 seconds, but not enough to contain the late surge there by the Bulldogs. 28-13 now. Gooseman with the ball. Have it to Malakinich, guarded by Ava Schultz. And Hatfield now to Burtis, 15 on the shot clock. Burtis will go to Mitchell at the U Olivet logo. Mitchell to Hatfield. Hatfield will try the 3. Off the rim, no good. Burgess will fight for the rebound. It will end up in the hands of Morgan Babb, but here come the Bulldogs. Lish has some room on the perimeter, instead dumps it down low, and the shot falls for Aubrey Hicks. 30-13, Adrian extending their lead. Woodbeck across half court. She steps out of bounds. It will be Adrian ball. The Adrian sideline is pumped at what they're seeing. Woodbeck and Mitchell will come out as Olivet needing their starters out there to try to prevent Adrian from running away with this one early. 8:41 left to go in this second quarter. Babb now with Schultz at the top of at the perimeter. Hicks will swing it to Moorhead down low to Babb. And that will be going the other way. Another turnover there by the Bulldogs. And now with the press intact for Adrian, Olivet will attempt to break it. Hatfield will pass it across half court to Burtis. Down to Bush, open midi. No good, almost got a lucky bounce there, but it'll end up in the hands of the Bulldogs. Morgan Babb driving, putting up a shot, no good. Burtis with the rebound. They have numbers. Hatfield now to Malakinich. Malakinich trying to find an answer down low. Instead, kicks it to Hatfield on the 3-point line. Now to Bush. Bush with an open Burtis. Burtis, mid-range shot falls. May not have been her signature move, but with their defender falling down, it provided an opportunity, and Olivet getting an easy score there. Moorhead will now swing it to Schultz. Schultz now to Babb. Babb, 3-pointer on the way for Schultz, no good. Burtis with another board. She'll bring up the ball again. But stolen! Hannah Lish! The layup is good. Adrian now 32-15. They leads by 17. 7:19 left to go in this first half. Gooseman, trouble with the pick. Almost another turnover. Hatfield recovers. Now to Mlakinic. Mlakinic will try another three, and it falls short. And it will be Adrian ball out of the inbound. 7:04, and Olivet's coaches encouraging movement. They're not seeing enough of it. 32-15. Moorhead bringing it up. Schultz now to Babb. Babb kicks it. Moorhead, three on the way. Got it! Ashlyn Moorhead, first points of the night. Adrian extends it to 20, a 20-point lead. 6:42, Hatfield now to Gooseman. Gooseman will try a three of her own. No good. A fight for the rebound. It's going to go out of bounds, and it will be Adrian ball. Last touch by Kaylee Bush. And Olivet might be down already, but they're still showing a lot of fight, especially on these rebounds. But that's not when they're going back on some of them. Now with 6:30 to go, Moorhead with the pick to Babb, guarded by Hatfield. Babb down low. Ix against Mlakinic. Shots up, no good. Offensive rebound, also no good. A third opportunity, also no good, and that will go out of bounds. Last touch by Olivet. Some additional physicality there. Olivet struggling to get the defensive rebound there. As Reese Gooseman will come out, and for the first time today, Teresa Ripkowski, a sophomore from Lansing Catholic, will be coming into the ball game. Moorhead will inbound. Now having the ball to Schultz against Hatfield. Now back to Moorhead. And they will get Adrian for a 3-second call, and it will be Olivet ball off the inbound here. 6:11 to go. Olivet's still down by 20. Ripkowski trying to break the press. Now to Bush. Bush back to Ripkowski. They only have a couple seconds. Ripkowski gets it to Burtis, and they break the press. Mlakinic, what a pass inside to Burtis. Mlakinic was in the corner, threading the needle there to a cutting Madeline Burtis, and she makes the Adrian defense pay, cutting the lead to 18. Schultz to Jenna Tierman. Tierman to Leinerth. Leinerth back to Moorhead. Moorhead guarded by Burtis. Tough layup, no good. No foul called. Offensive rebound. Leinerth against Ripkowski. Leinerth back to Moorhead. Moorhead down low to Tiernan. Tiernan against Bush. Moves around, no good. Another offensive rebound. Ix, midi shot on the way. It's good from Darby Leinerth. Adrian does not give up on these possessions. And Olivet paying the price for that one. Burtis, a lot of tough passes here. Now with Bush, she'll try to dump it down low to Burtis, but it's stolen by Ashlyn Moorhead. Moorhead kicking out to the corner. Tierman, what a move past, Euro stepping past Mlakinic. And Tierman gets her first points. And it's going to be a timeout. Olivet, Sabini and company wants to talk about it. Adrian finding themselves up 22 midway through this second quarter, 39-17 being the score. And so far out since that timeout, truly Adrian has now created more separation in this game because they're just crashing this offensive glass like it's nothing. Last time we talked about team stats, it was more even, and now Adrian has doubled up on the Comets on offensive rebounds. They're winning the rebounding battle in total 17-11. Olivet with 9 turnovers in this first half. Adrian still has 7, but at least when it comes to points off turnovers, Adrian with 13. The Bulldogs are still shooting 52% from the field, 40% from 3, which really is the main killer, I think, offensively. Olivet only 1 for 6. They're shooting more threes than usual. Maybe it's because they're getting better looks, but they're still out falling. And there have been actually, interestingly enough, there have been no fouls since our last update. So both teams doing a better job of playing a clean game of basketball, despite the physicality still being there. And now with 4:49 left to go in this second quarter, and as one of the assistants for Olivet says, can Olivet wake up and reduce the deficit here? Gooseman out of the timeout, now to Drew Allen in the game. Pass to Ripkowski, goes right through her hands, and it will be another turnover for Olivet. That'll be number 10 on the night here. As inbounding the ball, Bartquitz to Emma McElroy, who's now in the ball game for the first time. She'll drive against Gooseman, kicking it out to Bartquitz, now to Ix. Ix driving in, no good. Gooseman with the rebound, and Olivet has numbers. Gooseman wasting no time. Try to drive in against Bartquitz, and she'll get the foul. Bartquitz will get fouled for that, will get the foul there. And it will be, that'll be her first. Well, actually her second, excuse me. And coming into the ball game now, the leading scorer in this game, Anna Ignatowski. Actually, she's tied now with Aubrey Ix. Still 9 points in the minutes she's played. The first shot, a little too heavy there for Reese Gooseman. 4:24 still left to go in this first half. Score still 39-17. That could change with this Gooseman free throw. It will not. Defensive rebound by Audrey Ix. Here come the Bulldogs. McElroy. Get it to Ignatowski, guarded by Drew Allen. Ignatowski now to Schultz. Schultz to Leinarth. Leinarth down low to Ix. Will work against Malakinich. Ix, shots up, no good. Gooseman with the rebound, and Gooseman pushing the tempo here to Bush. Thought about the three. Pump fake, releases, no. Drew Allen with the rebound. Fight for the ball. Allen puts it back up, no good. Off the back iron. Rebound by Darby Leinarth. Here comes Ignatowski. Now McElroy at the U Olivet logo. 3:44 left to go. McElroy now to Ignatowski. Ignatowski trying to make moves against Allen, and they will get her for the offensive foul. That'll be her second. And Hatfield will be coming in for Kaylee Bush. Drew Allen and Teresa Ripkowski, two of the deeper reserves for this Olivet team, are staying in the ball game, getting some extended minutes. 39-17, still the score. 3:35 now left to go. Gooseman to Ripkowski. Ripkowski back to Gooseman as she has a lane to drive. Gooseman, some additional physicality there, turns the ball over. But right the other way, it's another turnover, this time by the Bulldogs. Pass that went a little too far there. Now with 3:22, Olivet will get the ball back out on the inbound. And Gooseman will bring the ball up, 3:18 left to go. Hatfield, guarded by Schultz, who's back in the ball game for the Bulldogs. Hatfield to Malakinich. She's been very active on the perimeter this game. Ripkowski down low to Hatfield. Hatfield will try to make it work against Schultz. Kicks it back out. Ripkowski. Pass to Gooseman is stolen. Hannah Lish with another steal. She drives, not much. She goes up with it anyway, no good. Fight for the rebound. Olivet doesn't have a handle, and it's going to be a jump ball. Bulldogs still fighting for that, even when it seems Olivet has the handle, but they don't. Burtis and Bush now back in the ball game as Gooseman and Ripkowski will now come out. Now Allen against the press to Hatfield, back out to Allen. 24 on the shot clock as Hatfield crosses half court. Bush shots up as she drives, no good. Fight for the rebound. It's going to end up in the hands of Aubrey Ix. Now Leinarth to McElroy as the Bulldogs drive. Three on the way for Lish. Got it! Three-pointer number 6 for the Bulldogs. As Olivet tries to get a leg up on it. Tries to beat Adrian in transition, but Malakinich stepping out of bounds there, and it will be another Olivet turnover, their 12th of the game. Woodbeck coming in for Allen, 2:14 left to go in this second quarter. More substitutions as Aubrey Ix will come out, and Morgan Babb will sub in, the fellow starter. McElroy, the 5'5 sophomore from Van Buren Township, will drive the ball up. Now to Leinerth. Leinerth down low to Babb, guarded by Malakinic. Babb working against Malakinic, and she'll get the foul. That will be Malakinic's second. Kind of what we talked about, though, is that Malakinic cannot get in early foul trouble, and it's not as early as other games, but still with 2:01 left to go in this first half is still a little worrisome. But Alex Mitchell still has been proven to provide quality minutes when need be. She was very crucial in the win against North Park, Olivet's only win on the season so far, as Morgan Babb's first shot is good. Adrian extending their lead here with the clock stopped. 2:01 as Babb sinks the second one. Adrian up 27 on the Comets. 44-17. Woodbeck now with the ball. We'll get it to Burtis to cross the court. But Burtis is passed to Bush, cross court, stolen by Morgan Babb. But then a pass from Morgan Babb, intended for Emma McElroy, also goes a little far. Definitely not the first time we have seen back-to-back turnovers from both teams, as Adrian, despite them being up by such a large amount, still having some issues with turnovers. Hatfield still hasn't gotten past half court. She does this time with 21 on the shot clock. A minute 37 left to go in this first half. Bush guarded intensely by Babb. She'll drive, kicks out. Woodbeck has not scored a point so far this season. Now to Burtis. Burtis to Hatfield with 7 on the shot clock. Hatfield to Woodbeck. Woodbeck to Mitchell. 3 on the shot clock. Olivet has to fire. Olivet. And that will be shot clock violation. And they're actually going to say some confusion here. It will be shot clock violation. It will be Adrian ball. Bush did not get it off in time. Now with the ball, Hannah Lish. 1:06 left to go. Babb on the perimeter, now to Lish. Once again, guarded by Hatfield. Lish will try to drive in, will kick it out to Babb. Babb, three-pointer on the way from Moorhead. No. Mitchell with the defensive rebound. Burtis with the ball now, less than a minute to go. Burtis kicks it to Mitchell. Mitchell swings it to Bush. Bush down low to Woodbeck. And foul on the floor there. It will be on Hannah Lish. And that'll be her first. She was getting a little too physical there against Alexis Woodbeck. And Olivet with 21 on the shot clock will take the ball out of bounds. Burtis in bounds to Bush in the post. Bush, spin move, no good. But Adrian will get the ball back here with 41 seconds left to go in this first half. Again, Adrian 3-3 on the season, so they're 500 exactly. Olivet 1-4. Moorhead, now to Babb. Babb to Lish. Lish will drive in and will draw the contact there. Foul will be on Alexis Woodbeck. And it will be Hannah Lish going to the line here. The sophomore from Farmington Hills, Michigan, at the line. First shot on the way in, it's good. Bulldogs getting closer to making that lead into 30 points. Just under that mark right now. Lish got it to go. 46-17. Bulldogs trying to make this lead insurmountable for the Comets later on. 15 seconds. Burtis. Hatfield will let it fly from 3 off the front iron, no good. And now the Bulldogs. Here we go. Moorhead to Lish. Lish, 3 on the way. Got it! Hannah Lish now with 15. And Olivet can't get a shot off before the buzzer. The halftime lead for the Bulldogs is 32. As the Bulldogs will lead 49-17. As despite the strong first 5 minutes that Olivet had, establishing a lead as big as 5 points, this ball game has gotten quickly out of hand for Olivet, and we have kind of saw this as well against Denison in the last home game. But this seems to be on an even more extreme scale. So Olivet, I mean, there's probably a lot of things you could say if you're Coach Sabiti at this point. Well, it's going to be up to them to see if they can make up such a large deficit. This may already be an insurmountable lead, but if they come into this next half with more momentum, they don't turn the ball over as much. Honestly, I think a lot of the problems also come from defense as well. Adrian, so far in this game, shooting 50% exactly. Olivet only shooting 25%. And really just a night and day difference offensively. And Adrian also, most threes I've seen made in the first half from any of Olivet's opponents, with 7 threes made. That is insane. And not something we've seen, again, as I mentioned, from any team that Olivet's faced, at least at home. Adrian still has their problems with turnovers. They have 10 in the first half. That's still not good. And again, as I mentioned earlier, we've seen a lot of instances where, Olivet commits a turnover, then Adrian, they can't capitalize on it because they commit a turnover right after. If there's any criticism of this Adrian team heading into halftime, that would be it. They also need to limit their turnovers as well, because in a closer game, that would make more of a difference. Obviously, we're not at a close game right now. Olivet with 14, on pace for around 30 if they don't slow it down. Adrian leading the rebounding battle 22-16. They have 2 more offensive rebounds as well. Assist-wise, Adrian also leading that category as well. But Adrian, what also maybe they need to improve on as well, they need to tone down the fouls. They have 9 so far, only a couple of people in foul trouble so far, with Anna Ignatoski and Lauren Bartkowitz so far with 2, but the good news for them is those guys are still reserves at the end of the day. And it's not like Olivet where you have Christina Malakinich again in foul trouble at half. And so we'll have to see how well Olivet manages that heading into the second half. Hannah Lish leading all scorers with 15 points, 5 for 9 from the field, 2 for 4 from 3. Morgan Babb with 10, almost perfect from the field, only 1 miss. Aubrey Hicks and Anna Ignatoski with 9. Ignatoski had all 9 in the first quarter. Darby Liner 4, Jenna Tierman 2. Ashley Moorhead's the only Bulldog that's had a bit of a struggle offensively, going 0 for 3 so far. But she's been a distributor with 3 assists so far in this first half. Madeline Bernison, Christina Malakinich, each with 7. Aside from that, though, Kaylee Bush with 2, Reese Guzman with 1. Kinsley Hatfield 0 for 4. Kaylee Bush 1 for 8. Another slow start, perhaps, for the junior guard. And especially in these tough situations, it's Madeline Burris that is proving to be reliable time and time again. And she had a bit of a slow start early in the season, but she's really proven to be one of the best players on this roster, in my opinion. At the half, 7 points, 5 rebounds, best performance so far. I think she's, probably on track to have the best performance from a Comet in a couple straight games. And so there's light to look at, there at the end of the tunnel for the Comets. Especially if the rest of the season for Olivet contains a lot more blowouts, they still have a lot of youth. They're only losing Kinsley Hatfield. That's a big loss, but it's only 1 player. Next year, it's only going to be 3. Malakinich, Bush, and Drew Allen all graduating next year. Only 2 sophomores, one of them being Teresa Rupkowski and another Gracie Beauchamp, and Beauchamp doesn't necessarily play all that much, if at all. Most of them are freshmen, though. Ava Lord, who has not played at all this game, either she's benched or injured. Yeah, I kind of noticed there Olivet's depth being a member less, which it hurts them even more. But you also have Ava Lord, Alexis Woodbeck, Madeline Burtis, Alex Mitchell, Reese Guzman. You also have another forward, and Ellie Pearson, who hasn't played at all this season, but still another player of note. And you have a lot of players from the JV team that might move up as well. And the future isn't very bleak for Olivet, but kind of like the football team and how we've seen a lot with that. This is just kind of a rough period where there isn't a lot of experience. and the experience they have is quite inconsistent. For Olivet, Madeline Burtis, and again, kind of owing to the fact that she's become very reliable for Olivet. 18 out of the 20 minutes she played in that first half. Basically, while most of the starters averaged around, 13 to 17 minutes. Drew Allen getting a little more minutes than usual. The rest of it's pretty normal, however. Adrian's, because of their lead, has been able to extend has been able to reach farther. Players like Emma McElroy, Jenna Tierman, who typically don't play a lot of big minutes. Again, as I mentioned, Adrian isn't a shallow team, but typically they just don't go very deep. Especially if they're, especially if they are a close game, they just rely on their starters and they play around 7. They only play around maybe 7 people. They only give around 7 people substantial minutes. This is changing a little bit with this game, especially with Anna Ignatoski with 9 points in 8 minutes, doing pretty well. So yeah, with 9 minutes left to go until halftime ends, that's about all I have. Again, the halftime score, Adrian 49, Olivet 17. My name is Jack Webb. I'm your host and commentator for this evening's action. And we'll be back in about 8 minutes here for the second half of this exciting women's basketball matchup. Again, it's Olivet Adrian here on the U Olivet Athletics live stream, which you can find at your convenience at olivetcomets.com. Stay tuned for more women's basketball. And you're back here on the University of Olivet Athletics live stream, which you can find at your convenience at at OlivetComets.com. We are just wrapping up halftime here at the Cutler Athletic Complex. The real life time is 8:26, 7:30 tip-off. So got about another about an hour. Can't speak today. My apologies. Got about an hour left here of action, approximately. Adrian will start with the ball. They are up by 32 at the end of this half, 49-17. And they will start with the ball, as I mentioned. Starters for both teams are back. Only starter in foul trouble, Milakinic, has 2 for Olivet. Lish will drive in. Opening play blocked by Burtis, and here come the Comets. Burtis loses the handle, but recovers. Gooseman now guarded by Moorhead. Gooseman to Milakinic. Milakinic guarded by Morgan Babb. Milakinic down low to Gooseman. Gooseman tries to get it to Bush. Bush open layup, got it, and the foul. Some late contact, and Kaylee Bush makes them pay. Kaylee Bush has always been very good at, again, using her strength to just power through in the post. It's just offensively it has not necessarily translated, as that and one free throw is no good. That time with the foul it definitely did. Moorhead now to Aubrey Ix on the other end. Ix blocked by Milakinic, and she'll get the rebound. Great defense so far by the Comets to open this half. Gooseman down low, tries to get to Burtis, and it's going to be a turnover. Deflected. Here comes Ashlyn Moorhead. Moorhead, quick pass to Aubrey Ix, and it'll bounce off one of the feet of Adrian, and it will be off one of the feet of Olivet, so it'll be kicked ball, and it will be Adrian basketball regardless. Score Adrian 49, Olivet 19. Ix now to Lish. Hannah Lish will try to drive in. She has 15 so far today. Moorhead, open 3, Babb, no good. Off the front iron, rebound Milakinic. Now to Reese Gooseman, 25 seconds as she crosses half court on the shot clock. Gooseman with the defense still high pressure. Burtis tries to get it down low to Bush, and it's tipped by the Adrian defense, and it will stay here with 17 left to go here on the shot clock. 8:37 left to go in this third quarter. Olivet improving on a lot of different areas, but still have yet to make strides to break this lead. Gooseman, mid-range shot up, bounces around, no good. Bush fights the rebound, but it ends up in the hands of Ava Schultz. Ashley Moorhead bringing it up. Quick pass. Morgan Babb up. No good. She'll draw the foul. You're going to get Kinsley Hatfield for that one. That'll be her first. Olivet very lucky there that Christina Milakinic wasn't more involved in that defensive play. Again, she has 2 fouls. First shot, Morgan Babb rolls around. No good. And the senior from Caledonia, Michigan. She has 10 points so far in this game. Babb's second shot on the way, nothing but net. Adrian breaks 50, 50-19 is the score. Hatfield to Gooseman, and they break the press. Bush to Gooseman, Gooseman down low to Milakinic, and she'll get Moorhead for the foul. And it will be second on Ashlyn Moorhead. And Christina Milakinic will be coming back to the line, has 7 points so far today. Ashlyn Moorhead, only 5'5", the shortest player on either roster, but still making a difference defensively, even when she's been struggling offensively. First shot from Christina Milakinic, no good. Second shot up and also no good. Rebound by Morgan Babb. Moorhead bringing the ball up. 8 minutes left to go in this third quarter. Moorhead around the pick. Now to Babb, who kicks it to Lish. Lish down low to Ix, and Bush will get called for the foul there. A lot of contact defensively. Only the first for Bush, though. And Aubreyx will be heading to the line for 2. Senior from Livonia, Michigan. 5'11", the tallest player they have. First shot for Ix up, good.
First is good.
Adrian making a lot of their shots at the line. They're 7 of 9. Olivet's only 4 of 11 from the free throw line. But the second one missed for Adrian. Burtis, go ahead pass, no good. Stolen by Morgan Babb, and here come the Bulldogs once again. Almost another steal going the other way. Lish now to Ix. Ix thought about a 3 and simple drive in. Ix shot up, good, and the foul. 3 times that happened in a row in the first quarter. And another trip to the line, and coming in for the first time today, Ava Lord. Again, was literally a starter last game, has struggled for the past couple of games. This is the first time we are seeing Ava Lord so far in this game. It's mainly just been Madeline Burtis and Reese Guzman at the point guard. Same with Drew Allen occasionally. As that only shot is good, scores now 54-19. Lord with Hatfield crossing half court. Guzman in the corner, kicks it back out. Lord, long 2, no good. Rebound by Morgan Babb. Ava Schultz now to Aubreyx. Quick pass to Schultz. And they will get Olivet for the foul there. It's going to be on Kinsley Hatfield. And that is 2 quick fouls on Kinsley Hatfield. Now both of Olivet's bigs kind of with foul trouble there. 21 seconds left in the shot clock. Morgan Babb now to Aubreyx. Ix, kick out. Schultz, 3 on the way. Got it! Ava Schultz, the first basket of the game for number 0. Coming from the corner, and Adrian, the 8-3. 57-19 is the score. Lord loses the handle. Fight for the ball on the ground. It's going to be a jump ball. And the possession will be Olivet as a wave of substitutions coming in for Adrian. As Lauren Bartkowitz, Emma McElroy, and first quarter sensation Anna Ignatowski coming in. 6:52 left to go in this third quarter. Kaylee Bush will inbound it. Ignatowski will guard the inbound. Malakinich will get the ball on the perimeter. Now to Hatfield. Hatfield down low to Bush. Double team. Bush shot up and will draw the foul. They're going to get Ignatowski for that, and already that's 3 on number 20 for Adrian. And he may not be seeing her on the court for very long. But at the same time, Adrian's lead may make that not matter as much. First shot from Bush, no good. Olivet has struggled from the free throw line so far in this game. Bush's second shot is good. Still only makes it 5 of 13 from the line, as Ignatowski does immediately come back out. And Darby Leinerth will come in for the Bulldogs. McElroy, go ahead pass stolen by Kinsley Hatfield. Ava Lord will slow things down for the Comets. Kick it to Guzman. Guzman guarded against Leinerth. Guzman now to Hatfield. Hatfield to Malakinich. Malakinich, ball's tipped and it's stolen. Here come the Bulldogs. But Ava Lord will get the steal again. Another go-ahead turnover by the Bulldogs. Another back and forth. Malakinich had a 3 earlier on in the game. Now to Guzman. Guzman will try to drive. Guzman's spin move shot is up off the glass and good. Olivet has broken 20. 58-22. 6 minutes left to go. And some good pressure there from Reese Guzman against Emma McElroy. And it will force Adrian's coaching staff to take a timeout. Olivet might be starting to get some of the momentum back. They still have a long ways to go, though. They're still down 36. The score being 58-22. 5:55 left to go in this third quarter. Adrian's still shooting 50% from both the field and from 3. 75% from the free throw line. Olivet, whole different story. 8 of 29 from the field, 28%. Only 1 of 10 from 3. And from the charity stripe, not much charity going on there. 5 of 13 only. Olivet 18 turnovers to Adrian's 13. And Adrian has been winning the battle on the glass even more since the second half started. 27 rebounds to 18 of Olivet's. And in terms of individual performances, Hannah Lish still leading all scorers with 15 points. Morgan Babb with 11 and 5. Aubrey Ix with 10 points and 6 rebounds. Anna Ignatowski 9 points but 3 fouls. Darby Line with 4, Ava Schultz, and Ashlyn Moorhead 3, Jenna Tierman 2. For Olivet, Madeline Burtis 7 points and 6 rebounds. Malakovic 7 points and 5 rebounds but 3 fouls. Kaylee Bush 5 points and Reese Guzman 3. Only 4 Comets have scored in this game. Barkowitz will inbound it to Hannah Lish. Lish now to Linerth. Linerth to McElroy. McElroy now to Lish. Lish, mid-range shot, no good. Fight for the rebound. Another jump ball it will be. And this time the possession will be staying here for Adrian. A lot of physicality on both sides, but right now Olivet is not being the beneficiary of that kind of play so far. McElroy will inbound. Now Lish will try a 3. Got it! 3-pointer number 9 for Adrian. Lish with 18 on the day. 61-22, Adrian extends their lead. And another turnover. McElroy will slow things down instead of driving in. Dumping it down to Linerth. Linerth will go back out to the perimeter, almost losing it out of bounds. Linerth kicking it out. Lish with 18, guarded by Lord. Now back to McElroy. McElroy to Linerth. Linerth will drive in against Guzman. Stops, turns around. Guzman with some good defense, and she'll get called for the travel. Reese Guzman with some amazing defense. It isn't all bad for Olivet. Again, as I mentioned, they still have a lot of bright spots. It's hard to see the bright spots if you don't look ahead to the future. And what a lot of these freshmen now could mean to this Olivet team. Olivet could be very good in a couple of years. It's hard to see that, though, with this current squad, as they have commit another turnover on the inbound. Moorhead will drive in, no good, and Kaylee Bush will retain the ball. Less than 5 to go in the third quarter. Lord to Guzman. Guzman down low to Malakovic. Malakovic against Ix. Malakovic turnaround, shot up, good, and the foul. Seeing a lot of and-ones in this game, and Olivet getting some as well. Kaylee Bush had one earlier. Malakovic this time will get one. And we're going to get a media timeout now. That'll be the second foul on Aubrey Ix. And when we get back from this media timeout, it will be Christina Malakovic shooting an additional foul shot there. She now leads all Olivet scores, as with a free throw, she would be the only Comet in double digits. This will be her, I believe, her third trip to the line. She has 9 points and 5 rebounds so far in this game. Olivet's still playing most of their starters. Malakovic and Bush have played 22 minutes. Burtis has played 21. Guzman 18. Hatfield 21. So all the starters, barely any. Not only has there barely been any bench minutes, there hasn't been any bench points for the Comets, as all of their points have come from 4 starters. Adrian, different story, as bench pieces like Darby Linerth and Anna Ignatowski have played helpful minutes. Not only that, but they've also combined for 13 points, and you also have an additional 2 points from Jenna Tierman, who will be coming back into the game, I saw, for the Bulldogs. Tierman is the only substitution. And now Malakovic, the junior from Hershey, Michigan, will be shooting her and one. First shot is good, and only shot, I should say. First and only shot is good. 61-25. Some initial press from Olivet. Adrian breaks it with ease. Tierman, open three. Ashlyn Moorhead unloads, no good. Rebound by Lauren Barkowitz. Adrian resets. Now driving in Jenna Tierman, shot no good. Another fight for the ball, offensive rebound, and it will end on the putback from Morgan Babb. Olivet will get hit with another foul. And Christina Malakinich will have her fourth foul. In the third quarter, Malakinich again in foul trouble. And Alex Mitchell will be coming back in for the Comets. First shot from Babb is good. 4:13 left to go in this third quarter. Adrian continues to sink them pretty well and pretty efficiently from the free throw line. Second shot. Oh, broadcaster's curse there, as that one does not fall. Ava Lord bringing the ball up against Ashlyn Moorhead. Now to Burtis to Guzman. Guzman down low to Mitchell. Mitchell goes up, makes some moves, no good. Fight for the rebound, and it will stay here at Olivet's side. That's the kind of aggressive tone that Alex Mitchell really set in the game against North Park, both offensively and defensively. Maybe seeing that we'll get there as Hatfield goes up and we'll get another and one. And on the foul there will be Lauren Barkowitz. That will be her third. And another good post play there for Olivet, but they still can't sink their free throws. Is that one another missed free throw? 61-27, almost a mid-court collision. They're going to get Guzman for that one, purely accidental foul there. And in the bonus now, Ashlyn Moorhead will go to the line automatically. 3:50 left to go in this third quarter. Ashlyn Moorhead, the 5'5" freshman from Tecumseh. First shot, good. Moorhead 3 points so far in this game, has been averaging 5 points and 3 rebounds this entire season. Second shot is no good. Offensive rebound again for the Bulldogs. Another chance. Morgan Babb, no, another chance. Loses it, and Ava Lord recovers for the Comets. Olivet losing the battle on the glass throughout this game, allowing Adrian to get a lot of these opportunities. Whether Adrian capitalizing or not, it's still not good. Another dumping it into Mitchell again. Shots up, no good. Offensive rebound by the freshman. Mitchell trying to go back up. Kicks it out. Burtis post shot, no good. And Adrian coach not happy about foul committed. And Morgan Babb will be called for the foul there. And Adrian's coach not happy at all about that call. And the freshman from the freshman from Jackson, the freshman from Bellevue High School graduate, will nail her first shot. And now, gearing up for a second. Most minutes she has played in the game since the North Park game. And they actually, on that missed shot, they're going to get Adrian for a lane violation. And so Mitchell will redo that second shot. Mitchell, some confusion here. Some confusion here on a substitution, attempted substitution from Adrian. Alexis Woodbeck now in the game for Olivet. Mitchell, second shot, redo, good this time. Now coming in, Aubrey X coming in for Morgan Babb. Now 62-29. 3:17 left to go in the third quarter. Olivet's now pressing Adrian. But Darby Lineth gets past it with ease. Oh, but she turns it right over. Ava Lord scoops it up for the Comets. And Lord will slow it down. Still guarded by Lineth. Now to Woodbeck. Woodbeck down low to Mitchell. Mitchell looking for an answer. Will try to go herself. Goes around her defender. Shots up but blocked by Aubrey X. And here come the Bulldogs. Lineth now to Moorhead. Moorhead now to Tierman. Tierman will go to Lineth. Lineth to Barkowitz. Barkowitz to Moorhead. Moorhead down low. X in the post, shots up, and she'll get the foul. Foul will be on Alex Mitchell. That'll be her first. And Aubrey Hicks will go to the line. Both teams are in the bonus, so they will be going to the line automatically every foul. And Coach Sabiti giving the freshmen some tips here. Hicks. First shot off the front iron, no good. Aubrey Hicks, the senior from Livonia, Michigan. 10 points so far in this game. Second shot for Hicks, good. 63-29. 2:37 left to go in this ball game. Lord crosses half court against two defenders. Drops one to the floor. Woodbeck now to Mitchell. Mitchell, mid-range shot on the way, got it! More promising glimpses from the freshman Mitchell. 4 points. 63-31. Some additional defensive pressure by Olivet as Adrian struggled to cross half court. Now Ava Schultz will reset. Now to Tierman. Tierman to Moorhead on the perimeter. Moorhead will try to drive instead, kicks it out. 3 on the way from Leinert. No good. Offensive rebound, but loses the handle, and it's going to be a foul on Adrian, and it will be Olivet turning the ball over. Jenna Tierman getting a little more physical there than needed. Olivet automatically going to the line here. Madeline Burtis will be shooting 2 here for the Comets. Freshman guard from Grand Blanc from Flushing High School. 1:56 left to go in this third quarter. First shot is good. Trying to cut this lead to as much as feasibly possible. Burtis, second shot is good. Lead cut down to 30. 63-33. Schultz again, the Bulldogs having more trouble. Alexis Woodbeck hounding the offensive player. And trapped near the corner. Olivet sideline getting the loudest I've heard all season. But it doesn't matter as Jenna Tierman bails out the Bulldogs with a bucket there. But amazing defense showcased there by the Comets. Woodbeck now in the corner. She needs help. Now to Burtis, and Burtis tipped out of bounds by a Bulldog, and it will be staying here for Olivet. Mitchell coming out after some quality minutes. Minute 24 left to go in this third quarter. 16 on the shot clock. Lord will inbound it for the Comets. Long pass to Bush. It's a little too long. 12 seconds. Bush will bring the ball up now to Burtis. Burtis guarded by Tierman. Burtis down low to Woodbeck. Woodbeck has outscored all season. Woodbeck first shot, no good. Tierman with the rebound. Moorhead will bring the ball up. Moorhead escapes the defensive pressure from Woodbeck. Moorhead will drive it in herself. Hook shot, no good. Rebound by the Comets. Hatfield now to Burtis. Burtis will try a 3, no good. Rebound by Woodbeck. Woodbeck will be kick called for the double dribble. Turnover number 21 for the Comets, but Adrian also with 15, so this is going to be just another high turnover game in general. Olivet losing the rebounding game solidly now, 35-26 in Adrian's favor. And Adrian breaks the press. Darby Leinert with the ball now, and she'll slow things down. Moorhead to Schultz. Schultz thought about the 3. Now to Ignatoski. Ignatoski is back in the game. She'll drive in. Quick pass to Morgan Babb, and it's in. Babb with 14 now. 67-33. Shot clock. Only 1 second difference. 19 seconds left to go. Lord will hold the ball. Slow it down. Speed of molasses. Lord. Now to Bush, and it's a turnover. Ignatoski has an open court. 3 seconds. Ignatoski will take it herself. Shots up, and the foul! Anna Ignatoski, her first point since the first quarter. Ava Lord will get her first. And Ignatoski, chance to break 70 for the Bulldogs.
Ignatoski in the line.
11 points so far for the freshman from Grand Rapids. Shot is up and good. 1.4, Lord. Half-court shot at the buzzer, no good. And the third quarter in the books. The score now, Adrian 70, Olivet 33. And right now it is still not looking good for the Comets. They find themselves down 37 points. And after maybe making some ground in the third quarter, Adrian always seemed to be there to erase any progress. 46% of the field, that's what Adrian is shooting. Still 9 of 19 from 3. They are making their triples. Olivet only 1 of 11 from 3. Adrian also making more of their free throws than the Comets. 3 more exactly. They've each had 19 attempts. Olivet has not curbed the turnovers. In the last 2 games, now with Olivet with 22 turnovers today, a combined 56 turnovers in the last 2 games, and we still have another quarter of basketball to play. That's an issue that Olivet needs to fix, and needs to fix quickly if they want to stand a chance in their future slate. And speaking of that future slate, let's look at next games for each of these teams really quick. I may not be able to get to Adrian's before they start playing again, as all the players are coming out now. But the next game for Olivet will be at Albion this Saturday. Tip-off's at 1. Lord will get the inbound, and the fourth quarter is underway. Getting the score, Adrian 70, Olivet 33. Bush now to Burtis. Burtis to Hatfield. 17 on the shot clock. A lot of perimeter movement. Bush guarded by Hannah Lish, who's back in the game. Lord will drive in, no good. Morgan Babb with the rebound. Ashlyn Moorhead will slow it down for the Bulldogs. Moorhead to Babb, Babb to Schultz. Schultz down low, Babb using that power, no good. Woodbeck with the rebound. 9:17 left to go in this game. Burtis down low to Bush. The ball is tipped, and it's another Olivet turnover. Here comes Ignatowski and the Bulldogs. Ignatowski loses the handle, and for what seems like the 5th or 6th or maybe even 6th or 7th time in this game, it's a back-to-back turnover. Olivet turning it over, then Albion right off the bat. And Albion also needs to work on their turnovers heading into the rest of their slate. Ava Lord will drive in, and then she'll draw the foul. Looks to be on Hannah Lish. That'll be her 3rd. Adrian's coach still not happy about that call either. 8:56 left to go in this fourth quarter. Bush will inbound it to Lord. Scoreless so far in this game. Did not play the first half. Hatfield guarded by Babb. Hatfield, the senior, to Lord in motion. Lord will drive in. Step back, mid-range shot, no good near the baseline. Fight for the rebound. 2 Comets and a Bulldog, and it's going to be a jump ball. Possession to Adrian. And Olivet back on defense now. And almost stolen on the inbound, and Ava Lord saves it. Woodbeck against the glass, no good. Now the other way, Hannah Lish with numbers to Ignatowski. Reverse layup off the glass and makes the Comets pay. Adrian extending their lead to 39, 72-33. Hatfield down low to Bush. Bush with a lot of contact will draw the foul. It's going to be on Ava Schultz. Schultz, that will be her 2nd foul. The next game for the Bulldogs will be also this Saturday with tip-off at 1 p.m. as Kaylee Bush will miss her first free throw. That'll be at Alma. They will also have an additional MIAA game against the Bells of St. Mary's. That will be on December 10th, Wednesday, tip-off at 7 at their home courts in Adrian, Michigan. Both shots missed. Ashlyn Moorhead now to Hannah Lish. Lish to Ignatowski. Ignatowski down low to Babb. Babb cross court. Lish, three on the way, no good. A lot of three-point attempts for Hannah Lish this evening. Ava Lord now will try to drive in. Lord rounding the corner. First shot no good. Another rebound by the Bulldogs. Moorhead almost lost it, and now it's going to be a foul on Olivet. It's going to be on Alexis Woodbeck. That will be her third. And the foul-ridden Christina Malakitic will come in for Kaylee Bush. Alexis Woodbeck with three, still out on the floor. Schultz will inbound. It's Morgan Babb. Now to Ignatowski. Ignatowski to Lish. Lish will drive it against Hatfield. Floater on the way, no good. Malakitic with the rebound. Here come the Comets. Ava Lord against Morgan Babb. Lord trying to just do it herself. Lord, shot is up and the foul is drawn. So Ava Lord will be going to the line for her first points of the night. And it'll be Ava Schultz with the foul. That'll be her third, and a wave of substitutions coming in for Adrian. Aubrey Hicks, Lauren Bartkowitz, and Darby Linus coming in for the Bulldogs. No substitutions made for Olivet. Lord, first shot, good. That's her first of the night. I mentioned that she's been struggling offensively as of late. Might be why she's out of the lineup, at least as of today. Lord, second shot, off the back iron. Here come Ashlyn Moorhead and the Adrian Bulldogs. Moorhead against Woodbeck. Moorhead, quick pass, and it's up and good. That's Aubrey Hicks, 13 on the night for number 11 in black and yellow. Lord down low to Malakitic. Malakitic, shot is up and good. Gets the bounce. 74-36 now. Olivet still down by 38. Liner, quick pass to Aubrey Hicks. Hicks to Ignatowski. Ignatowski gets past Hatfield and gets the open lay. Ignatowski now with 16 on the night. Wonderful performance from number 20 for Adrian. Down low. Malakitic, no good. Fight for the rebound. Hicks gets it. Bartkowitz now to Moorhead as a wave of substitutions will set to come in for the Comets in the next dead ball. Moorhead, Ignatowski, heat check three, no good. Malakitic with the rebound. Lord loses the handle, and out of bounds it goes. Turnover number 24 for the Comets. Teresa Rybkowski, Drew Allen, Reese Gooseman, and Alex Mitchell all coming in. All underclassmen, only, actually except for Allen, my mistake. So, a junior, a sophomore, three freshmen. Linerth against Rybkowski. Linerth, crossover, mid-range, shot no good. Gooseman pushing the tempo. Quickly to Rybkowski. Rybkowski thought about the three instead. Will move it to Gooseman. Gooseman to Lord. Lord to Allen. 18 on the shot clock. Allen, quick shot. Gooseman, open three. No good. Struggles from three continue for the Comets. They're 1 of 12. Ashlyn Moorhead will get the foul called on Ava Lord. Second on her this evening. 5:26 left to go in this game as we reach 9 o'clock here on this Wednesday night. It's cold Wednesday night, might I say, here in snowy Olivet, Michigan. Ashlyn Moorhead down low to Linerth. Linerth has some space, goes around a pick, but finds an open Aubrey Hicks, but can't follow through as Alex Mitchell saves it from going out of bounds. Lord now to Gooseman. Gooseman tries to push the tempo against Darby. Linerth. Linerth defends. And Bartkowitz with the rebound. Ashlyn Moorhead. Olivet down by 40. Ignatowski, open three, Linerth, got it! So 10th three for the Bulldogs. Their 10th three to go up by 43. 4:37 left to go in this game. Lord to Allen. A lot of these freshmen getting extended minutes now. Ripkowski, quick pass to Lord. Lord trying to find an answer now to Allen. Allen to Mitchell. Mitchell down low to Allen on the block, no good. 4:16 to go. Moorhead now with the ball. A lot of starters still in for Adrian. Ignatoski will drive in, no good. Rebound by Mitchell. 4 minutes. Gooseman as Barkowitz takes a spill. Gooseman will draw the foul on the way up. He'll get Aubrey Hicks for her third. And they're going to get immediate timeout here. Got 4 minutes left to go, and we have more substitutions for the Bulldogs after the timeout. We'll report that to you as we figure out who will that be. And man, a lopsided game here to kick off MIAA play. 44% from the field is what Adrian is shooting. 10 of 22 from three. The best three-point shooting team Olivet's faced so far this season, at least at home. Olivet's getting better at making their free throws, still under 50%, and they're just 8% from three, 1 of 12. 26% from the field. Olivet with 24 turnovers. Combine that with Adrian's 17. A combined 41 turnovers in this game. There's still time to rack up more. Adrian, 45 rebounds to Olivet's 33, kind of matching their averages actually at this point. Olivet really does seem to allow around 45 to 46, maybe even 46, 47 rebounds. Almost to that. If they, get over that, then that average will go up. And Adrian allowing 33 is also on par for their season average. Adrian, though, still has their issues. Again, 17 turnovers and 20 fouls is not a good look, even if you're up by 43. Gooseman, freshman from Millington, first shot good. Gooseman been a consistent addition to this team as the second shot is good, and has been a good addition to the starting lineup as somebody who can really push the tempo. Now in the game, Emma McElroy. Now to Darby Linerth. Linerth will slow things down. Now to McElroy. McElroy guarded against Gooseman. Now to Hannah Lish, who has 18. Lish going up for the layup, no good. Mitchell with the rebound. Here come the Comets. Gooseman bringing the ball up now to Allen, guarded by Tierman. Allen to Gooseman. Gooseman to Mitchell, guarded by Barkowitz. Allen thought about the three, a double drive in. Allen has an open lane, and she gets the shot to fall. The Olivet native crosses the 40 mark for Olivet. It's 79-40, and they're going to get Jenna Tierman for the travel there, and it's going to be the 18th Adrian turnover. As Ava Lord will inbound it for the Comets, will inbound it to Allen. Allen immediately gives it back to Lord. Lord around the screen, step back around the elbow, no good. Rebound by Barkowitz. Lish to McElroy. McElroy kicks it out. Liner three off the glass and good. She doesn't even know. She's in disbelief that she even made it. 82-40. Liner crosses the 10-point mark. Gooseman trying to make something work. Shot is up, no foul called. That's going to be Adrian Ball. Speaking of number 10, Alexis Woodbeck coming in now for the Comets. Ava Lord will take a rest after playing most of the second half. Linerth now to Tierman. Tierman to McElroy. McElroy against Ripkowski, and they're going to get Ripkowski for the foul. Will be her first, and McElroy will take it out of bounds here. McElroy looking for options, so pass it wide to Lish. Lish, three-pointer, no good. 18 points for number 1 in black and yellow. And Woodbeck loses the handle, but it stays with Olivet. Allen will inbound the ball. 2:23 left to go in this fourth quarter. Score 82-40, Olivet trailing by 42. Gooseman guarded against Leinerth. Gooseman, Ripkowski in the corner, no good. Fight for the rebound, Woodbeck getting in there. Jump ball will stay here. Great fight by number 10 in white and red. Alexis Woodbeck has not scored this season, but still making a difference there. But on the inbound to Woodbeck, it goes out of bounds, but it will still stay here. 19 on the shot clock, 2:11 left to go in this ball game. Gooseman into Allen. Allen immediately to Gooseman. Gooseman spin move going into the lane, no good. Leinerth with the rebound. Here comes Emma McElroy. McElroy, Tierman, now to Lish. Lish to Leinerth. Thought about the three. Now down low to Lauren Barkowitz against Mitchell. 15 on 15. Tries to get it to Hannah Lish, and it's another Adrian turnover. Woodbeck bringing it up. Under 2 now. But it's stolen by Hannah Lish. Lish will pass it to Tierman. Tierman down to Leinerth. Leinerth shot no good. Woodbeck will slow it down. Minute 25 now left to go. Gooseman guarded by Lish. Now to Allen. Allen to Mitchell, who's on the perimeter. Mitchell down low to Woodbeck. Woodbeck shot off the glass, and it's good. Woodbeck with first points of the season. 82-42. A minute to go. Lish and company breaking the Olivet press. Barkowitz at the elbow, off the glass, offensive rebound, no good. Third opportunity by Jenna Tierman. Almost goes out of bounds. Instead, they'll recollect to the perimeter. Lish turns it over. Woodbeck guarded against Tierman. Woodbeck to Ripkowski. Ripkowski in the lane. Loses it out of bounds. Lord will come in for Gooseman, who is limping a little bit. And coming back in for Adrian, Anna Ignatowski and Ashlyn Moorhead. So Adrian playing deeper today, but they're not going to go so deep. Allen off the inbound now to Lord. Lord 30 seconds. Lord to Mitchell. Mitchell to Lord, guarded by Ignatowski. Now to Allen. Excuse me, Lord stays with the ball. Lord with 5 on the shot clock. Lord, step back jumper, no. And the rebound by Ashlyn Moorhead. And despite the Olivet pressure, Moorhead is just going to hold on to it. And with the clock running down, now hitting triple zeros, that will be the game. Olivet will follow up a loss. They will follow up a 34-point loss with a 40-point loss. Adrian defeats the Comets in a one-sided bout, 82-42. Adrian down to 1-5. Adrian now above 500, now to 4-3. As I mentioned, Olivet's next game at Albion. It's this Saturday at 1 p.m. tip-off, and then Adrian will go to Alma. Also this Saturday, also with a 1 p.m. tip-off. Quickly, some stats here before we head out of here for the night. Adrian will finish with 42% from the field. Olivet only 26. Olivet will finish 1 of 13 from 3 and only 52% from the line. A combined 45 turnovers for the Comets. A combined 45 turnovers for both teams. Olivet with 25 of those turnovers, but Adrian still with 20. So some problems that the Bulldogs still have to work out. Also with 20 fouls, something that they'll have to work on as they head into maybe some more tougher matchups down the line. Adrian with 51 rebounds on the game, Olivet with 37, and Adrian winning the offensive rebounding battle there. 5 Adrian players in double digits. Hanelish with 18, Anna Ignatoski with 16, Babb with a double-double, Morgan Babb, 14 points, 12 rebounds. Aubrey Ix, 13 points and 9 rebounds. Darby Leinerth with 10 points and 7 rebounds. Ava Schultz with 5, Ashlyn Moorhead 4, Jenna Tierman 2. For Olivet, it was Christina Mlakinich, the only Comet in double figures with 12 points and 7 rebounds. Madeline Burgess with 9 and 9. Again, the guard is proving to be a very reliable scorer and rebounder. Her second straight game where she's had high numbers in both categories. Gooseman and Bush with 5, Mitchell with 4, Allen, Woodbeck, and Hatfield with 2, Lord with 1. Again, second straight game here, Lord going over. Lord going over from the field, only playing in the second half. And that will do it here in the Cutler Athletic Complex, with the time now being 9:12 in this Wednesday evening. My name is Jack Webb. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us for this game, and we'll see you for the next U Olivet Women's home game, which will be happening next week, Saturday, December 13th, a 3 p.m. tip-off at Shrine. Hope to see you there, and thank you so much for watching and listening. And please have a good rest of your night.